Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync BoomTown to your KW Command Rainmaker account so that all your contacts, all your leads, all your clients you have in BoomTown can automatically get synced into that account. You can use the lead routing to assign it to agents. It's going to make your life a lot easier if you're using both these apps. It works seamlessly. Let me show you how to set it up. First thing you're going to do is go into KW Command. You're going to go over here to the Marketplace icon, click on that to go to the KW Marketplace. Once you're in the Marketplace, this is where you're going to find the sync to connect these two apps. So you're just going to search for BoomTown. And once you search, you're going to find a tile that looks like this. BoomTown and KW, Rainmaker and Teams. It's called the BoomTown sync for Rainmaker and Teams to KW Command. So you can look at it a bit, and then when you're ready, go ahead and click the button up in the top right to purchase the sync. Go through the process to purchase the entire sync, and then that sync is going to be in the My Apps area of the Marketplace. So if you go into the My Apps area, there is the tile for the BoomTown KW Rainmaker Team sync. And even though you've purchased it, it's not yet active. Your apps aren't talking to each other yet. We got to activate it. So to do that, click on the tile. It's going to take you out to API Nation to set up this sync. So the first step, as you can see, we have two syncs available, BoomTown to KW and KW back to BoomTown. If you only want to set up one, totally fine. Just check the box for that one. If you want to set up both, create a two-way sync, check both boxes, and then hit continue to set up. Now we're going to connect both the apps. So it's going to say which KW Command account do you want. Select this team one, that's your Rainmaker account, so you can have access to all the contacts available in KW Command to sync out to BoomTown. And now we're going to connect to BoomTown. So I'm going to hit this connect button. And it's going to take me out to BoomTown where I'll just sign in to make the connection. There we go. It's going to ask me to verify. All right, so we've signed in, we've connected the apps, we're confirming, and that's going to create two syncs, one going one direction, the other going the other. So here we go. We have two draft workflows, BoomTown to KW, KW back to BoomTown. Let's start with BoomTown to KW. So if you're getting leads in BoomTown, if people are putting leads in there and you want them also added to KW Command, this is what you're going to use. So it's just asking a few questions before we hit this giant button to activate. First, which category are we looking at? And these are all optional filters here. You don't have to use any of these if you don't want to. You can just have it set up to sync everybody from BoomTown into KW Command. But maybe you decide, you know what, I only want people who are qualify or hot or pending. I only want those people synced into KW Command. You could absolutely do that. I'm going to go back to select category. I don't want anything. You could also filter based on source or lead type. Maybe you only want sellers, or maybe you only want buyers. I'm going to go ahead and leave that empty as well. Finally, decide if you want to sync all the contacts from BoomTown, so everybody who currently exists in there, into KW Command, or uncheck the box. It's only going to sync people who you add from now on. Come down here to KW Command, and where do you want them put in KW Command? Here's that option to send them to lead routing. So if you check this box, it's going to send them through the lead routing rules you have set up in KW Command to assign them to different agents. Just make sure you select a source. BoomTown is in there. So you can do that. You can just have it use the lead routing rules you already have in Command and use that source to assign them to agents. If you uncheck the box, you can manually assign them, manually decide if you want them marked as contacts or leads. Uncheck the box for contacts, check the box for leads, and then of course the source. Finally, if somebody exists in BoomTown that's syncing over, but they already exist in KW Command, it's going to overwrite the KW Command information. Check this box, and it's not going to overwrite the KW Command information. It'll just add any new information. So if there's an extra phone number, an extra email, or any extra information that doesn't exist currently in KW Command, it'll add it. Two final things on all our syncs. There's this filter tool. If you want to be more particular about who's coming over, you can filter based on phone, based on their email address, based on the zip code. So let's say I only want people whose zip code is 90210. I could do that, and only people in BoomTown who have that zip code will get synced into KW Command. Finally, the mapping, where you can see exactly what's coming over and where it's going in KW Command. First name, last name, email, phone. If there's anything else you want to add, just hit this plus sign, find the field you want. Maybe I want date created in here, or by your agent email. I could do that and put that in the email, or put that in the description field. buyer agent, and then I'll hit enter and do seller agent and put that seller agent email in there. There we go. And then maybe I want everybody who comes over to be tagged as BoomTown. BoomTown, there we go. So great. This looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this sync. So now all those contacts I have in BoomTown are getting pushed into KW command. As I add them, if I want, I can send them through the lead routing, or I can just have them manually assigned, depending on how I have it set up. But now I don't have to copy paste, do any of that to get KW command up to date. Now let's set it up going the other way, KW command to BoomTown. So I'm gonna go back to my syncs. There's that other workflow, KW command to BoomTown. We'll just set that up. Again, very similar. Do you wanna sync everybody from command or only any new contacts? I'm gonna sync everybody. And then as they come into BoomTown, what do we want them marked as category-wise? I'm gonna mark them as new. You can mark them as hot, you can mark them as watch, you can mark them as qualified nurture. Totally up to you. Let's go with new. And then as a source, I'm gonna go ahead and go with KW command. Again, you can choose if you want to overwrite the information in BoomTown with your KW command information. I actually am. I'm going to overwrite it. I use KW command as my hub. If I add any information, if I update any information, it's going to go in KW command. So BoomTown should just trickle down to BoomTown from there. Again, you can filter exactly who's going over, and this is based on all the KW command fields. So if you only want to send over people with a certain tag, or with a certain keyword in the description, or with a certain agent assigned, you could do that. And then again, the mapping, you're going to want to make sure, because we're creating a two-way sync, make sure the mapping lines up with the mapping you just set up with the BoomTown to KW command sync. That way, once it's syncing back and forth, you don't have some extra information going into other fields. You want them lined up as close as possible. This looks good. I'm going to go ahead and activate this sync. There we go. And if I go into my syncs, I now have 2 active syncs. They're up and running. Now, KW command is connected to BoomTown. Contacts I add to one are also added to the other. I don't have to copy, paste, import, export, none of that. So that's how you connect your KW command Rainmaker account to BoomTown, so you can use these 2 apps seamlessly together as one. If you need any assistance setting this up for you or your team, go to apination.com/KW. There you can call us, send us an email, and even set up a live session of support. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.